Very good morning, children. In today's topic, we are going to learn about multinational corporations. What is a multinational corporation? A multinational corporation or a company is one which is incorporated in one country but whose operations extend beyond the home country and which carries on its business in other countries. Okay, so we can say it is emphasized that always headquarters of a multinational corporation should be located in the home country. We have other names for multinational corporation. We can call it as a global enterprise or an international enterprise, world enterprise, a transnational corporation, etc. These are the other names for the multinational corporation. Next, we will see the definition for multinational corporation. As you know that the definition must be precise, a multinational corporation owns and manages business in two or more countries. This was said by Neil H. Jacobi. MNC or multinational corporation is defined to be an enterprise operating in several countries but managed from one country. Okay, next we will see what are the advantages of having a multinational corporation in one's country. First one is low cost labor. MNCs are set up you can say in the low cost countries. They produce goods and services at a lower cost. The main reason for this is that they want to give a quality product with a lower cost. Next we can see quality products. That's one more advantage. The resources that is available in the home country. Okay, wherever they're going to keep the offices. So wherever the whatever resources they're going to get from their home country, they utilize the resources and they produce the products. So there is not much necessary for them to export or import goods or things like that. So what they do is they take the resources that are available in the country that they have their offices and utilize those resources to the maximum extent possible and give a good quality product for a lowest price. Next we can see the third point to be the proper use of idle resources. Because of the advanced technological knowledge, MNC are in a position to properly use the idle physical and human resources of a country. So whatever human resources are available there, whatever physical resources are available, so they use that with the advanced technology and make use of it in a proper way. They don't leave it idle. Next we can say improvement in the balance of payment position. MNCs always help the host countries to increase their exports. So we can see as they are sitting idle without using the resources and the manpower, what MNCs do is they come into one's country and they use the manpower as well as the physical powers of the countries and they try to increase the exports of the country so that the host country as well as the home country are benefited out of it. Next we can see technical development. Usually the MNCs carry the advantages of technical development to host countries. Most probably they try to give their best to the home countries. Next we can see the managerial development. MNCs employ the latest management techniques. People employed in the MNCs do a lot of research in the management. In such a way they help to professionalize the management and we can say they give the latest techniques and this leads to the managerial development in the host countries. Next is end of local monopolies. The entries of the MNCs leads to competition in the host countries. That is we can see the domestic countries, okay, whatever they are having, they try to improvise it seeing the MNCs because they know it is a competition for them. So whatever the MNCs are doing, they try to improvise that. They try to put their efficiency, they put their effort, they try to give a quality product as equal as to the MNCs. In India, we can see most of the Indian companies acquire ISO 9000 quality certificates due to fear of competition of the MNCs. Improvement in the standard of living of the people. By providing super quality products and services, MNCs help to improve the standard of living of the people, especially in the host countries. Promotion of the international brotherhood and culture. By inviting the MNCs into one country, we improve the brotherhood, that is, they pave way for the world peace and the prosperity. So MNCs are there worldwide. So what we do is we invite the MNCs into one's country so that we have international peace and brotherhood. Next, we will see the disadvantages of MNC. First one, danger to domestic industries. MNCs pose danger to domestic industries. So, the domestic industries have a fear and the threat that they are going to be into losses and they close down their business. So, domestic industries cannot face challenges posed by the MNCs. Domestic industries, they try to wind up as a result of threat of the MNCs. Thus, MNCs setback to the economic growth of a country. Next, we can see transfer of outdated technologies. MNCs transfer outdated technology to the host nation and it serves no purpose. Next, we can see no benefit to poor people, as MNCs always produce goods that are only used by the rich people. Poor people in the host countries do not get benefited or do not benefit out of the MNCs. Danger to independence. Initially, MNCs help the government in the host countries in a number of ways, but later on, gradually, what will happen is they start interfering in the political affairs of the host country. Next disadvantage is selfish promotion of alien culture. MNCs tend to promote alien culture in the host country to sell their products. They make people forget their traditional culture or cultural heritage. In India, as we can say, the MNCs have created a taste for synthetic food, soft drinks, etc. So this promotion of the foreign culture in the MNCs is injurious to health to people also. The next one is neglect of industrial and economic growth of home countries. An investment in the home country is more profitable. So MNCs may neglect home countries' industrial development and the economic development in the host country. Next, we will see there are some examples of the Indian MNCs, that are Indian subsidiary companies. For example, we can say Bata Corporation. It's Indian affiliated subsidiary company. So it is Bata India. Same way we have Colgate Palmolive, Colgate India, Sony Corporation, Sony India, Suzuki, the Maruti Suzuki, Timex watches. Okay, we have the logos also here. Next, we can see the list of the Indian multinational companies and their logos. We have Micromax Informatics, that is the headquarters in Gurgaon, Hero Motocorp in New Delhi, Bajaj in Pune, Britannia in Bengaluru, TVS in Chennai, Tata in Mumbai, and Infos in Bengaluru. Okay, so we have the company's logos. So these are some MNCs for Indian MNCs and the Indian subsidiary MNCs. So we can say MNCs are established in a country because they want to expand their business. Okay. We will do a small recap of what we have learned today. In today's topic, we learned what is MNC. MNC is a company which is incorporated in one country called the home country, and its operation go beyond the other countries, that is the host country. We saw the definition of MNC and the other names of MNCs as global enterprise, international enterprise, world enterprise, transnational company, etc. We saw the advantages as low cost labor, quality products, proper use of idle resources, end of local monopolies, and etc. We saw the disadvantages as danger for domestic industries, transfer of outdated products, danger to independence, misuse of mighty status, and etc. We saw the logos, headquarters, and the Indian subsidiary company and the Indian multinational company. Hope you have understood today's topic, children. Learn your video portions and you write your test that follows and the Kahoot, whatever is given. Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you.